with 24 free throws. So expect USC Spartans to come out with a lot of energy, but playing a lot smarter.
Yeah, that's well said. Trying to find that fine line between physical and too aggressive. Here we go. The Bulldogs and the Spartans, a privilege to be courtside here in Charlotte. Winner of this game on to the championship tilt tomorrow. Asheville team 16-2 in the regular season, winning the regular season championship by 4 games and a quick 2-0 lead courtesy of Nick McMullen.
Nick McMullen, definitely a load in the paint, serves as a guy that can establish himself in the post, but also as a rim protector for the Bulldogs.
Starting lineups presented by Sunbelt Rentals, and our first whistle 34 seconds in, courtesy of Ken Pike, working with Bobby Lineberger and Corey Haney. Foul was on Fletcher Abey, the junior from Morganton.
Yeah, and Fletcher Abey's going to have a tough task in having to guard Jordan Gainey, who is always on the move. They run him off of pin down, staggers and flares, and so you have to be active on the defensive end consistently.
Trey Broadnax inbound to the ball, nearly turned it over, stole it back and scored. And then there was a collision between 3 different players under the bucket.
That's what Broadnax brings to the table, his ability to play physical. Even on dead ball situations, finds a way.
Abey for 3.
Fletcher Abey showing his ability to spread the floor. You normally, on UNC Asheville's roster, hear about Tajon Jones and Drew Pember, but he is also that third head to that monster that can make things happen for the Bulldogs.
Great trap out there near the midcourt line by Abey and Pember.
See right here, Drew Pember, inside out, draw the defense in. Fletcher Abey gets a wide open 3.
Abey only had 4 points. He was 1 for 7 in the game yesterday. After he went 7 for 8 in the regular season finale, they beat Longwood by 10. This is an Asheville team that has won 7 straight. They've won 16 of their last 17. Of course, the only loss in that stretch, John, was to you-know-who.
Oh, yeah, Upstate definitely has the personnel to make life difficult for UNC Asheville if they are clicking on all cylinders.
Upstate knocked off Asheville exactly 1 month ago. They won 76-70. It was exactly 2 weeks after Asheville had won by 6 in the mountains. First shot for Gainey, trying to go high off the glass again from that angle.
Yeah, I mean, the guy knows the glass.
McMullen, the catch, the rejection, great block from Njai.
And Njai serves, and you can tell Upstate went bigger with their roster. They're accustomed to going small depending on who they're playing against, but there did a really good job of walling up against the post play of UNC Asheville.
Tajon Jones called for the foul after he missed his first shot. It'll be the first on Tajon as you see Mike Morrell, the 50-year coach who has built this program from virtually scratch. Some very lean years in years 1 and 2 for Mike Morrell, but they let him continue to work and grind, and now this team has become a juggernaut in this league.
Yeah, one of the originals on that team is Tajon Jones. That's right. One of those guys that didn't have high expectations coming into UNC Asheville, but stayed in it, stayed true, trusted the vision that Mike Morrell set for him, and has had a fantastic season.
Friendly roll there for Trey Broadnax, who's got all 4 early for Upstate. And a foul against the Spartans inside. Dave Dickerson joined the Big South the exact same year Mike Morrell did.
Yeah,
his 50-year coaching the Spartans. Yeah, after a long, illustrious career as an assistant. Excuse me, John.
Yeah, Coach Dickerson is definitely a player's coach. You see how those guys rally around him. Definitely one of those guys that has done the time, done the work, put in a ton of sweat equity, and those guys will run through a brick wall for him.
Pember, tough shot, air ball. Kadarius Smith just in the game with his first rebound. 5-4 Asheville. As Burgess drives and with the right hand missed the shot. Smith grabs another board.
Good pace so far. Both teams are feeling each other out and getting down the floor and seeing if they can get things early.
What is it about the makeup of this upstate team, do you think, that allowed them to play Asheville as well as anybody this year?
Their guard play. You've got Gainey, you've got Broadnax, you've got Bailey, you've got Floyd Rideau Jr., you've got some high-level guards that don't get flustered by pressure, and Asheville does a really good job in their backcourt of applying a ton of pressure on your primary guard, making it tough for you to get in your offense. Upstate does not feel rattled by that pressure.
Spartans are 3 for 5 after that Smith fadeaway. And great defense, the deflection. Burgess, though, beats the buzzer after recovering the loose ball. Jordan Gainey, sophomore from Tucson, Arizona. 15 points a game. Smith finds his spot. Way off.
Yeah, Smith was not in the rhythm. I've seen him knock down some shots in the past, but it's usually off of good rhythm and ball movement.
Averaging about 13 points per game in his last 5, up to scoring average to 8 points for the season. Coming on strong down the stretch. Jones and Pember have been an incredible 1-2 punch. Long 2, won't go. McMullen gets his hands on the board, surrounded by Spartans. He scores.
Wow. Nick McMullen using those shoulders, clearing out the space he needed. That's a tough basket.
Looking for Pember. Electric elevation.
What a great defensive stop for UNC Asheville to get that fast break situation there. They've done a really good job of blitzing the screens and taking the one pass away.
Mike Morrell is furious about that reach-in call. That goes against Pember.
You see here Tajon Jones tossing it up to a flying Drew Pember for the statement.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
I know you feel alone, like you have to carry all the weight on your shoulders. But look around. You are not alone. We have your back.
No matter what side of the court or field, there is hope to heal. Visit www.nccadv.org to take a stand against domestic violence.
There's not a secret to what actually happens behind the scenes at a bank. Here at First Citizens, we're trying to educate the client in each step of what's actually going to happen and actually have them make the educated decision around what steps and what options they utilize. We want to become that trusted advisor that actually guides them down that road, helping you reach your goals. That's Forever First.
The 2023 Big South Men's Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Visit HerculesTires.com. By the North Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence at NCCADV.org. By Sunbelt Rentals, we have equipment for that. And by First Citizens Bank, Forever First. Five minutes gone here in the first half. Asheville and Upstate, the first Big South semifinal. A 5-point lead for the Bulldogs, but something to keep an eye on, John Williams. 4 of the 5 Asheville starters have picked up a foul in the game's first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been really tight, and Asheville is going to have to make adjustments to make sure that they can keep their key pieces on the floor.
Trey Broadnax, 12 points in the win over Gardner-Webb yesterday. A game that, goodness, the Spartans snatched from the jaws of defeat. Down 5 points with 10 seconds left. Good start today, though. Broadnax has a quick 6.
Broadnax doing a great job of using his size advantage over Fletcher Abey. He's one of those guys that can really get going in a hurry in the paint.
Drew Pember, for the sake of his size and strength, he's got some finesse to his game, too. It's his 12th consecutive game making at least 1 3.
It's disrespectful at this point to do a soft closeout on Drew Pember, but you got to figure out what you want. Do you want him blowing by you and getting to the basket, or do you want to test your luck with the 3?
After going just 3 of 11 from the field yesterday, 2 for 4 to start today. Rebound for Abey. Here comes Alex Caldwell. Story of yesterday's win over Charleston Southern was the free throw line. Bulldogs were 31 of 41 as a team. Pember individually made 22 free throws, setting a Big South tournament record. Going in the air without knowing where he was going. Doc Battle turns it over.
Yeah, Doc Battle probably should have just stayed down on 2 feet there. Create a higher percentage for him to make a good pass.
Way off on that 3 from Mr. Goodlow, who was huge down the stretch yesterday for Upstate.
You see Drew Pember just recognizing that there was a weak closeout on him. He'll make you pay. Langles has to get out there, but he was so worried about his straight line drive, because the thing is that Drew Pember gives a little baby pump fake and you edge up towards him, he's attacking that high foot.
So if you're a guy like Pember and you average 33 minutes a game during the season, you played a game yesterday, your season's on the line, do you go into today's game thinking you're going to play more minutes than usual?
I think it's a situational thing. You still want to give the guy his rest because he is really good when he is fresh-legged.
Foul as the shot went up. It was on the screener.
And you see it, Floyd Rideau Jr. continuing to push upon McMullen there.
Dave Dickerson amused, but not really. Caldwell showing his quickness to McMullen. Pretty good defensive trip for Upstate. Battle with 4. Cross lane, McMullen didn't catch iron. It's a shot clock violation.
And Upstate did a really good job basing off of the personnel that Asheville has on the floor. They were going to make sure that they kept the ball out of Tajon Jones's hands and really deny him, and making it tough for him to get catches. And if he does catch it, they're under him on the catch so that he can't get to a rhythm 3, because he is one of the top 3-point shooters in the conference.
Beautiful cross-court pass, sets up Goodlow. Rebound tracked in the corner by Nick Alves.
It's been a couple of good plays to Mr. Goodlow, who's just missed the shot, but definitely capable of making that.
Rideau, too strong as well. A little nervy, these jump shots here.
Yeah, because these guys can really shoot the ball. Floyd Rideau Jr., Mr. Goodlow, Justin Bailey, Jordan Gainey, guys that can really shoot the ball.
Just off on that jumper. Tayshaun Jones really gets some elevation when he shoots, doesn't he?
He definitely does, and he's understood that he has had to do that, warding off bigger defenders that are trying to put a hand in his face.
Jones listed at 6'5", but with the hair, he's like 6 feet.
He's about 6'7" out here. They got to date that. The SID's got to date that. I looked at him the other day. He's about 6'6" now.
Goodlow with the shot. And another foul on Rideau in the backcourt. 2 on Rideau. Jumper for Goodlow. 4-point game. 8 minutes gone. Winner to tomorrow's championship tilt.
T-Mobile has the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus for free and price lock guarantee. Do you?
Well, Yes.
Switch to T-Mobile and get a free Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus with no trade-in required.
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
Oh, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how Geico could help you save on homeowners insurance.
Nice tip. I'll give you $2 for the chair.
2? That's a Victorian antique.
Victorian antique.
Geico.
Everyone gets a BK stacker.
Tiny dancers.
2 linebackers.
To each their own. Burger, swagger, satisfaction buffet.
At BK, have it your way.
What if you were an apparel company facing an avalanche of demand? So you call IBM to automate your IT infrastructure. And now your e-commerce platform can handle spikes in orders. Let's create IT systems that roll up their own sleeves. IBM, let's create.
I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
We're reinventing our network.
Move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
Back here in Charlotte, we encourage you to try Starry, the new caffeine-free soda that provides a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor. Starry is available in both original and zero sugar varieties, so pick yours up today. Tournament atmosphere crescendoing here on this semifinal Saturday. The Camels and the Highlanders will be our second semifinal coming up 30 minutes after this one concludes on ESPN+. Championship game, 1 o'clock tomorrow on the Deuce. Drew Pember, after a short breather before the under-12 timeout, back in the game. Burgess circles the wagons, finds himself open, and comes up short with a teardrop.
Burgess has had 3 opportunities for that teardrop and just has not been able to put enough oomph on it to get it into the basket.
Upstate 5 for 12 from the floor. Asheville 6 of 14. Again, the clock winding down. Gainey, nope. Pember the rebound. Gainey still has not scored. He's 0 for 2. Ooh, defender went down trying to draw number 2 on Pember. Officials didn't bite, and McMullen tied up inside. The arrow gives it back to Upstate.
Yeah, that's a tough play there. There was a lot of physicality that happened prior to that, and you see McMullen just battling, trying to maintain the ball.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Yeah, Bailey's over there going after it. And yeah, I agree with you.
Justin Bailey had a good hold of the wrist as he pursued the ball.
Yeah.
Burgess could have been caught for a foul bumping in the backcourt there against Goodlow.
Well, I think you respond to what the refs are giving you. And so that's the situation where you're like, if we're going to play like that, we can play like that.
This is schoolyard ball right now.
I love it.
3 is down for Justin Bailey.
It was only a matter of time before the Spartans started to get some of that rust off, some of those nerves off of their shoulders, and knock down a rhythm 3. They've had a few opportunities thus far and just have not put the ball in the basket.
One of Bailey's best games of the year was a month ago against Asheville in their 6-point win down in Spartanburg. Alves called for the foul there.
See there, bad closeout there. Bailey understanding that Burgess was low on that closeout and was able to get to his pocket and knock down that shot.
Bailey, one of 2 Upstate starters in the Big South Hall freshman team. Into Pember, who fakes it, takes it. Rebounded by Alves.
Well, Nick Alves does a really good job of just setting good screens, rebounding the ball, keeping the ball alive for his team. Swiss Army knife.
Gainey for the lead. Got it.
We talked it was only a matter of time, right, for the Spartans to get themselves into an offensive rhythm. Right now they are clicking. Their offense is running very fluid in this first half.
8-0 run that Burgess tried to squelch, but he's rejected at the rim.
What a beautiful closeout from Bailey on Tajon Jones.
Deep three wouldn't go for Pember. Asheville has not scored in 5 minutes, John.
Yeah, and a lot of that is Upstate is definitely playing to their assignments. They're playing Tajon Jones close, blanketing him for him not to get touches, and when he does catch it, they're all under him.
They're going to call Njai over the back.
See there, you cannot go under the handoff against Jordan Gainey.
That's a great block from Seni Njai.
Oh my goodness, this is what the guy does. He is the ultimate rim protector. He's looking for you to get the ball in the air. He doesn't block early. He lets it get in the air and then takes it out.
Not a big score, but a very valuable post, especially at the defensive end for the Spartans. Pember battling for position, and he was fouled. Yeah, Alves tugged him down, and the senior from Melbourne, Florida, picks up his second.
He's got to bring him down, because if they can hit Pember for that duck in, he is dunking it. And then that serves as a momentum starter for UNC Asheville.
Drew Pember broke the Asheville single-season scoring record this year, surpassing Andrew Rousey. Tajon Jones, meanwhile, the all-time leading scorer in the history of the program, but unsuccessful that time at the rim. Scoring drought continues for the Bulldogs. Gainey's the guy that Upstate wants to have the ball in his hands, especially late in the shot clock.
And
late in the game. Rebound tipped out, but Abey chases it down. Abey pull up. Bailey the other way. Attacking Pember and scores.
That was smart for Bailey to go right into Pember's chest, and knowing that he had some guys trailing him with Kadarius Smith who could clean up the boards if he missed that shot.
I love how they've attacked Pember, who's playing with a 1 early foul. Doesn't want to get the second. Open look for Drew. Cash.
That's too much daylight for Drew Pember. Definitely a guy that has struggled to get downhill today based on the space that they're giving him, but also a reading and assessing bad closeouts, taking advantage of that.
He scored 20-plus points 17 times this year. He scored 40-plus twice, including a 48-point McNugget against Presbyterian on January the 25th, the highest scoring game for any individual in D1 college basketball this year. Oh, what a take! Trey Broadnax gets it to go.
Great way to contort his body to get to his shot. I mean, that is a tough finish for Broadnax.
Pember to the basket. Yes!
There's absolutely nothing you can do with that. Drew Pember is wielding his team to get back in this game by being on attack mode.
Pember was 2 for 6. A couple possessions later, he's 4 for 8. He's got 10 points and 3 rebounds.
I'm telling you, it happens like that all the time with Pember, where he's quiet for a quick second and then all of a sudden will erupt for 10 straight points.
Biggest difference from yesterday, though, he hasn't shot a free throw yet. Bailey thought he was fouled. Officials did not concur. Pember, the trailer, on the attack, knocks a man over,
oh my
slams it in!
Oh my goodness!
Look out down below!
There's bodies on the floor. It's so disrespectful how he did that. You look at Mike Morrell is in the middle of the floor saying, take their hearts, young fella. My goodness.
The ultimate warrior,
He
Drew
said,
Pember.
it's going in. Get on that rim, Pember.
He'll shoot the and one when we come back.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
The B1 Performance Patch elevates physical functions by transforming carbs into glucose used to fuel the body. Don't compete without it. Visit buyb1.com or on social media at B1Patch.
Last year, I had more blood and platelet transfusions than I can count. During my treatment for acute T-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma, the chemotherapy took a toll over my body. And one of the main things that helped me survive was my routine blood transfusions. Blood donors keep cancer patients like me fighting every day. Sign up now at thebloodconnection.org/donate.
There's over 450 million hoopers out there. One will outscore the country and put Norman on the map. Less than 1% of high school players get a scholarship. Odds a freshman would lead the nation in points and assists? One and never been done. 1.3% of college players get drafted. Only one would drop 48 and 11 in the conference finals. One will know this is just the beginning. Trey had a 1.5 billion chance to get here, but he saw a possibility.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
The madness is here. We are 4 days into the greatest month of the calendar year, and the ESPN Tournament Challenge is back. Scan the QR code to download the app and play the #1 bracket game. Create a group, invite your friends, and get ready for the madness. Sign up for the ESPN Tournament Challenge today. My friend John Williams was hit hard by that Drew Pember explosion to the bucket.
I just was not ready for that kind of aggression. So at that point, you just got to hold on to whatever's close by you. I can tell you that Evan works out. He does push-ups. I grabbed his arm.
That's very generous.
Do you do push-ups?
Not really.
Oh, okay. That's just natural? That's all you, bro?
All natural.
Oh, man. Natty.
Throw a lot of Frisbees. That's basically
There you go. That's what it is. That works on the bicep, right? Or do you do the
forehand?
The forehand.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The flick. Anyway, yeah, you were like a hold me back slam dunk judge after that Drew Pember attack. There's a rebound for Drew. 2-point lead. Pember's got 13. Loose ball. Last touch by Gainey. We were chatting during the break, John. The fact that Pember made those 2 threes, just the closeouts are coming a little bit harder, and that opened things up in the lane.
It opens up his straight line drive. He is good at straight lines because of his ability to shoot the ball. What that also means is we saw Drew Pember shoot a lot of free throws last game, and so you're seeing how Upstate is playing him. They're trying to play defense without fouling, but he's also showing the capability of getting to the basket and scoring without getting to the line.
Beat his man off the dribble there too, but lost the ball. Broadnax for 3. What a half he's having. 11 for Trey Broadnax. And the Spartans retake the lead.
That's a scary sign for Upstate if he is shooting the ball from the perimeter. He's already good at getting downhill, but if he can show his ability to knock down the 3 consistently, it puts a lot of pressure on the guard play of UNC Asheville to have to stop him.
Pember attacking on the dribble, and the foul will be called on Goodlow. Actually gave it to Smith, not Goodlow. Smith's first.
See Broadnax getting into a rhythm 3 off the open floor situation there. He is not necessarily a 3-point shooter. He is a playmaker, but if he can show his ability to shoot the 3 on top of what he does when he gets downhill, he's going to be a scary player.
So Pember's racking up the points. Meanwhile, correct myself, Smith just picked up his 2nd foul. So that's 4 different Spartans that have 2 fouls apiece. Smith, Alves, Rideau, and Njai.
And you said Smith and Njai, who are players that can defend the paint, defend the post. And the reason why they're in foul trouble right now is because of that guy at that free throw line putting a ton of pressure on the paint.
15 first half points for Pember, and it feels like he's barely broken a sweat.
Yeah, and the thing is that Upstate understands that Drew Pember is going to do Drew Pember things. What they have to make sure that they continue to do is contain the other players that can serve as offensive weapons for UNC Asheville.
Broadnax is 5 for 5 from the floor. Trying to back down Burgess. Tough shot, won't go. Rebounded and stuck back up and in. Langley the finish after the hustle play from Goodlow.
Mr. Goodlow is that guy, that Swiss Army knife. Kind of like the facilitator, but does all the little things to get the team involved. Right there, you see him making that hustle play.
Burgess comes up well short. Gainey. Tipped out by Langley. And loose ball, Spartans have it. Making all the hustle plays. Langley at the rim. Battle shaken up for Asheville. That's why we've got the whistle. Might have been because the ball was thrown back off him. Yeah, saw Broadnax go and apologize. What a wild sequence.
Yeah, he got hit. He got hit pretty good in the midriff. Ooh. Ooh. Poor fella.
Alves. Battle. Needs a minute.
Maybe two. Give it to him.
Okay, he'll be on the bench. Recuperating. Burgess, Jones, McMullen, Abey, and Pember. McMullen rejected, but follow is good for Jones. What a block by the Spartan defense, but Jones was right there.
That's what UNC Asheville's going to have to do. They're going to have to crash the boards right now. You are seeing Upstate do a great job of stopping UNC Asheville on their first initial shots.
It was good no foul defense from Pember. Mike Morrell screaming for a foul on that battle inside. Going to work, McMullen. Now he gets the whistle. This is the pressure that Asheville can put on you. Stressing your defense. They play physically. They force you to match up. Otherwise, you'll get overpowered. But the catch-22, now you're in foul trouble.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like marinated oven-roasted chicken tossed in our new hot lemon pepper sauce, kind of better. And now you can find them on the Papa Pairings menu. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each, only from Papa John's.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
If you're an undercover agent, you need to be undercover.
In position.
And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
In pursuit.
Metro offers MLS Season Pass.
On us.
What about for existing customers?
Yup.
Every match?
I bet yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Says it on the poster.
Plus, get unlimited 5G for $25. Now at Metro.
The future is threatened by enemies often unseen and unexpected. In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical, because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
These Cheez-It Puffs are so cheesy, airy, and puffy. How'd you do it?
With the Puffterizer 5000, anything can be craveably puffy.
Cheez-It Puffed. Defy your cheese expectations.
Welcome back to Charlotte. Let's give a little highlight of Drew Pember getting active, showing his ability to spread the floor from 3. You see there, nice little in and out, uses his pivot, finishes through contact, being strong here, getting to his spin move, recognizing space, and putting Smith on somebody's poster. He's had a very good first half thus far.
For those that aren't familiar with Drew's story, 2 years in the SEC at Tennessee, he scored 31 points in 32 games for Rick Barnes and the Volunteers. Wanted more playing time, understandably. Found an opportunity with Mike Morrell, another Tennessee native, and the Volunteer connection has paid off for the Asheville Dogs. 31 points in 2 years at Tennessee. Over 1,100 points in his 2 years at Asheville and counting.
And, you know, that's just a product of a kid that believed in himself, wanted the opportunity to be able to showcase what he can do, went to the right place, and it's all about placement. All right, you go into a certain place, it may not be beneficial for you based on the scheme of play, but he found Mike Morrell, or they found each other, and it's been a great matrimony thus far.
Tied at 27. It's our third tie. We've had 7 lead changes. Been a fascinating back and forth battle. 1 for 2 for Nick McMullen. A Murray State flavor today. McMullen spent time at Murray State. We'll see Shane Nichols, the acting head coach of Radford. Spent a long time with the Racers. Open look, Broadnax buries it. Defensive breakdown there for the Dogs.
And Upstate is a different type of team when Broadnax is showing his ability to spread the floor. There's been times where teams have played him with space and going under the screens. Right now, he is serving as a major threat.
Pember missed it from the wing. Gainey grabs the rebound, his first of the day. Spartans by 3 with under 3 to play in the half. That ball deflected into the backcourt. Pursued legally by Gainey.
Asheville's throwing a lot of different bodies at Gainey. They're throwing length with Tajon Jones. They're throwing quickness with Fletcher Avey. But you see here, Broadnax showing his ability to spread the floor and taking a little bit of that pressure off of a Jordan Gainey, who can get free if you play individual defense on him.
Foul was on McMullen. His second. So he's on the bench now. Pember close to his second right there. Offensive foul is the call. Tell you, Pember has artistically played this since his first to avoid picking up his second.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, and that's what makes him a unique defensive player of the year. He can guard multiple positions. You saw there, he moved the puppies, got to the right place, and made sure that he stayed firm to take that charge from Langley.
He's got the basketball IQ and understanding that this game becomes a totally different thing if he's got 2 fouls in the first half.
Absolutely. Especially with 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in a back and forth game. He's going to be needed on the floor, especially offensively.
Battle all the way.
That's what Doc Battle brings to the table. You got a shooter on his right side. He can get downhill with limited help and able to get to his spot and pivot and finish.
Doc had a good game yesterday. 9 points in the win over Charleston Southern. And a reaching foul is going on Jones. That's Tajon's second.
Yeah, and Tajon Jones has really tried to put a ton of pressure on the guard play of USC Upstate by staying locked and connected to those guards coming off of those zoom actions and chases.
16 foul for Asheville. 2 minutes to play in the half. Bulldogs, the top seed, trying to get back to the NCAA tournament. Last went in 2016. Tough fadeaway, beats the buzzer. Mr. Goodlow, welcome.
That's what Mr. Goodlow brings to the table. That spark that you're not expecting, but is definitely capable of it.
All the way, up and under, no good. Battle could not convert. Broadnax with momentum, circles the wagons, and Gainey had a heel on the sideline. Out of bounds to Asheville. And a well-played first half. That's only the 3rd Upstate turnover. Asheville only has 4 turnovers in the first half, though, so far.
Yeah, both of these teams have done a good job of protecting the ball and making sure that they're not getting sped up. And that's why you're seeing some high-octane offense on both ends.
Battle to the corner. Tajon Jones. Rebound for Broadnax.
Tajon Jones hasn't got many looks, but there you see him have the ability to get himself some daylight.
They give him a timeout. Yep. Timeout taken by Mr. Goodlow.
Mr. Goodlow is going to be a coach one day, understanding the importance of this possession and making sure that he kept the ball alive with 24 seconds to go so that he can get a good offensive play for his team.
They gave him the timeout.
Timeout. All right, I guess, yeah, I'll take it. A lot of steps, though.
They didn't signal the timeout before the travel, but I think he called for the timeout before the travel, and they gave him the benefit of the doubt. With 59.4 seconds left in the half, coming up, our Jersey Mike's halftime report. We will review all of the Big South Conference award winners. Certainly a Bulldog Spartan flavor to the all-conference teams. Also, first half highlights and stats on the semifinal Saturday. The men take the stage first, and then we'll see the women later tonight. Tremendous day of basketball here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Final minute of this first half. In both regular season meetings between these two teams, Upstate held a lead at halftime.
Yeah, Upstate is definitely running their stuff and not feeling sped up.
Not that time for Broadnax. Burgess pulls down the rebound. Rebounds are dead even, 17 apiece. About an 8-second differential between the game and shot clock here.
It's been an entertaining game so far. Both of these teams have executed well.
Battle inside between Pember and Goodlow. And Mista has been ticketed with the foul. Pember slow to get up.
Gotta make sure we get some towels down there.
First on Goodlow, but it's the 11th team foul on Upstate. 4th and 5th free throw attempts of the game for Drew. He was 22 for 24 yesterday. Now 3 for 4 today. Worth mentioning, 18 of his 24 free throw attempts yesterday came in the second half.
Yeah, he's a guy that can definitely come alive in the second half, especially when he's had maybe a bad first half.
And he has not had a bad first half at all.
Yeah, so that means that we could be on par for another 40-point game, where we've seen him come alive in 2 halves and just be terrifying for the opposing team.
If you're Dave Dickerson, you're content taking the lead to the locker room. You'd love to double the lead right here, though. Final seconds. Goodlow to Langley. Missed it. Pember the rebound, and the buzzer sounds here.
The ball going to the basket. The thing is that Upstate has taken away the space that he's accustomed to getting to get into his rhythm.
Second half begins with an Asheville turnover. Pember not on the same page with Burgess.
Asheville did a really good job in the first half of taking care of the ball. Both teams did, and that's why you see the score as close as it is.
Think back to early February. Upstate was on a 4-game losing streak. They had Asheville coming to town. Asheville hadn't lost to many. Yikes. Unable to finish. Njai with a loud miss. Aby's open, comes up short. Njai there for the board. So they beat Asheville to halt their 4-game losing streak. And since that game, they've won 7 of 8, only lost at High Point, and they've just played good team basketball, toughness, togetherness. They've made buckets too. There's Surratt with his first deuce of the day.
And we heard Dave Dickerson talk about his guys playing connected. That means so much in winning games for USC Upstate. You got to have 5 guys all on the same page, offensively and defensively.
No good for Jones. He's 1 for 6, which is exactly what Gainey was in the first half. Gives this one up. Both teams have come out pretty cold to begin the second stanza. And we should mention, it is pretty cold in this Coliseum. You can sort of feel the ice from the rink that's underneath the court as Pember will get to the free throw line. We certainly feel it sitting here courtside in our suits. You think the players feel it as well out in the hardwood?
I don't know about that. At this point, the adrenaline's going. It doesn't matter where you play, but it's how you feel afterwards. I do know that my joints are achy right now, and that is usually when it's cold around. My kneecaps, they're tingling. I mean, I know what time it is.
You've detonated on those knees to slam dunk.
They've got a lot of years on them.
Many times.
They've got a lot of years on them at this point.
How old were you, John, when you first threw it down on a 10-foot hoop?
7th grade. I was 13 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
You remember exactly where that moment occurred?
Yeah, it was my dad telling me that I couldn't dunk. Stop telling people you can dunk, and then I did it.
Well, what did Dad say?
Just acted like you're supposed to do that.
That's fantastic. Pember makes 2 at the line. Now, Drew has an advantage in terms of dunking the ball that you don't have. He's 6'11".
Yeah, I got it. It takes me a little bit more time to get up there.
But anyone who remembers watching you make highlights for Eddie Biedenbach's Asheville teams, it was a sight to behold. Corner 3 won't go. Rebounded by Jones. Burgess with a skip to his step. Pember filling the lane. Rebound pulled down by Smith.
And Surratt did a really good job of altering that shot and making Pember have to go to the other side of the rim to finish.
Shot clock's down to 10 here. Gainey, tough shot.
Jordan Gainey is a magician with that ball. When he gets downhill and recognizes the defender is a little bit late, he can pull up on the drop of a hat, knock down that pull-up at a high percentage.
19 of his 25 yesterday came after halftime. Just 3 points in the first half today. Will we see another strong second stanza for Gainey? Free throws coming here for Asheville.
And you see Gainey just ripping, getting to his spot, recognizing that he had a slight advantage over Fletcher Abey, who did a really good job of defending, but Jordan Gainey does a better job of making it a tough mid-range jumper.
Gainey, the first Spartan to be first-team All-Big South since they joined the league. Uncle Buchanan was first-team All-Atlantic Sun in 2017. McMullen at the line for Asheville. Gainey's a special player. Led the league in steals, 5th in the league in scoring. Double figures 24 times in 30 games. And the shot of the month so far across the college basketball universe.
It's too early, but so far, I'm giving it to Jordan Gainey.
This going to be the third on Jones, or do they have Burgess? It's Caleb Burgess picking up his first.
And that's a relief for UNC Asheville, where Tajon Jones gets that third foul. It can really do something to the lineup of UNC Asheville.
First free throws of the day for the Spartans. And while we have a moment, obviously you're an Asheville alum. You were coached by Eddie Biedenbach. Nick McDevitt, who took over for him, was an assistant, played for him.
Yeah.
Then he goes to Middle Tennessee. Mike Morrell comes in. What was your first impression of Mike Morrell when he was introduced as a new leader of the Bulldogs?
Well, Mike Morrell actually called me and to a restaurant called Five Guys in Asheville, North Carolina. Not Five Guys, 5 Points. I'm sorry. 5 Points. This is a breakfast place, and we sat down, and he explained to me the vision that he saw for UNC Asheville, and it's going to be ugly. And he just wanted to let me know that he's going to be working day in and day out to get UNC Asheville back to its prominent play. And, you know, he's definitely responded to that promise.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You didn't know him at all before then, did you?
Didn't know him at all. And, yeah, he reached out to me and a couple of other locals that lived, that were alumni, and, you know, just wanted to introduce himself.
It's got to mean a lot. Gainey rebounds the miss from Pember. Bulldogs 25-7. But the season on the line today. Pember the block. Loose ball taken by McMullen. Here comes Burgess, the conference's leader in assists. McMullen behind the back, and Pember with a flush.
McMullen with the pretty pass to Drew Pember for that slam. Upstate has really tried to make sure that they blanket Pember and make it tough for him to get catches there. Already with 20.7 rebounds, on his way to a double-double.
Kick to the corner, 3 in the air, won't go for Surratt, but a heck of a rebounding play made by Langley.
And Langley working extremely hard to give another opportunity for Upstate to put the ball in the basket.
Double team on Gainey, so it's over to Bailey. Shot clock at 6. Bailey to the bucket for 2.
What a tough finish from Justin Bailey. Just a tough, strong, great size guard there, but
Tajon Jones answers for 3.
Better shot from Tajon Jones, just finding some open daylight in the open floor, and a lot of that is because UNC Asheville got down the floor as quickly as possible.
Tajon Jones now 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. He's hoping to get to 2,000 points this month. Gainey too strong. Pember rips away his 8th rebound. Jones hits the trailer. Pember to the basket. A lot of contact. Is it a block or a travel? It's a foul on Upstate Surratt.
Yeah.
Tough call.
Tough call, but something's got to be made there.
5 minutes gone in the second half. 2-point game.
I'm thirsty.
Try this.
Starry.
It's a new lemon lime soda that's crisp, clear, and
so refreshing. So tasty.
What the? Just let it happen. Oh, true. He was a soda.
New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. It's different.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
I know you feel alone, like you have to carry all the weight on your shoulders. But look around. You are not alone. We have your back.
No matter what side of the court or field, there is hope to heal. Visit www.nccadv.org to take a stand against domestic violence.
There's not a secret to what actually happens behind the scenes at a bank. Here at First Citizens, we're trying to educate the client in each step of what's actually going to happen and actually have them make the educated decision around what steps and what options they utilize. We want to become that trusted advisor that actually guides them down that road, helping you reach your goals. That's Forever First.
The Big South Conference would like to thank First Citizens Bank for donating $1 for every three-point shot made this season. That's for all men's and women's conference games over the regular season and the Big South Championship. It's all part of the First Citizens three-point community donation drive. First Citizens Bank, forever first. That last foul was called on the floor. So Drew Pember will not be able to crawl closer to the all-time Big South tournament record for free throws yet. He's got 20 points, 8 rebounds. Bulldogs are 13-1 this year. And Pember's 14 double-doubles.
It's impressive.
It's been a really good 25 minutes of basketball.
Oh,
15
yeah.
minutes to go.
Just great high-octane offense from both sides.
Whistle on the Jones three, and Pember landed on his tush inside, and the foul is on Gainey. So it's going to be Bulldogs ball underneath. It's the first on Gainey. Watch inside.
Yeah, and Gainey in a situation where he was about to be a mouse in the house, and he said, "Not I."
You're not allowed to do that in basketball. And it would be holding if it was in football. Pember.
And Drew Pember, you can see the upstate fans are wanted a steps called there. Still upset, throwing some boos at the refs.
Oh, good defense in the corner. Battle got a piece of the shot. Battle in transition, hangs in the air and lays it in.
Doc Battle getting it done on both ends of the floor. You saw there, he had the guard too. He had the stunt, then get to the recovery to guard Gainey at the corner three and was able to contest that shot. Doing a really good job on both ends.
Broadnax open. Rebounded inside, and Langley will shoot two. Fouls on Caldwell.
You see Doc Battle running the floor after a great defensive stop, contorting his body in between two to finish strong.
Doc Battle played sparingly as a freshman, has really blossomed. 8 points a game as a sophomore and junior. Solid role player off the bench. Nashville knew they'd need something from their bench today when you consider what Upstate's bench has meant to their team. Oh my. Langley wants that one back. He's got one more. 7-0 run for Asheville to take their first lead of the second half. Their first lead since it was 22-20. 1 for 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That ball must have went in his hand wrong. For him to make an air ball like that, Langley is usually good at least touching some iron.
1 point game. Burgess rejected by Alves, and it was off Burgess, out of bounds. What a defensive play by Nick Alves.
Nick Alves, definitely that guy that can guard multiple positions. He can guard guards, he'll guard the post, puts a lot of pressure on both ends of the floor.
Type of guy you need in a game like this. A little bit loose on the dribble, but Goodlow maintains possession. Cross court for Alves. Langley double teamed. Cross lane pass, and wow, it's going to be Asheville ball. Physical defense. They're letting them play.
Yeah, a lot of contact there.
Bulldogs have made 4 of their last 5 shots. Field goal percentage up to 39% for the game. Pember fakes it, kicks it. Burgess circles the wagons, hits the diving Pember, and he traveled.
And this is where Caleb Burgess, not willing to shoot the three, can serve as a hindrance. Everybody was guarded except for him. In those situations, he's wide open. He's got to at least take the shot to show the ability that he is a threat.
5 for 18 from 3 in the regular season. 31 games. He scored in double figures in both games in the regular season against Upstate. 14 in the win, 10 in the loss. Shot the ball well, too, 11 of 13. Broadnax having his way.
Yeah, Broadnax understanding, recognizing that the defender was anticipating the ball screen, was able to reject and get to a good shot.
Officials continue to let the teams play through some substantial contact. Coach Dickerson wants everybody to calm down. Langley. Surprised they're doubling down on him?
No, the guy is really a matchup nightmare.
Corner 3, good! Justin Bailey.
And that double team creates a lot of pressure where you got a wide open Justin Bailey, whose weak side man had to sink and seal. He's wide open in the corner for that 3.
Langley does not have an official assist, but he's shown he can pass out of the double team. Pember, Bulldogs back within 1.
And that's what Drew Pember does. He answers all the questions that you may have out here. Responding the right way with 25 points.
3 for 6 from deep. 8 for 15 from the floor. Broadnax sets up Alves. Battle for the rebound. You see the hustle. It'll be Asheville ball. 2 teams committed to leaving everything out on the floor. Dreaming of dancing. 8 days from Selection Sunday. Back and forth we go here in the Queen City.
T-Mobile has the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus for free and price lock guarantee. Do you?
Well, yes.
Switch to T-Mobile and get a free Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus with no trade-in required.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
If you're an undercover agent, you need to be undercover.
In position.
And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
In pursuit. Everyone gets a BK stacker.
Tiny dancers.
2 linebackers.
To each their own. Burger, swagger, satisfaction, buffet.
And BK, have it your way.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get 0% APR financing plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
I like to move it. You like to move it.
We're reinventing our network.
Move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it.
Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
What if you were a major transit system facing cyber attacks? So you partner with IBM to keep your data, network, and apps protected. Now you can tackle threats without coming to a halt. Let's create cybersecurity that keeps your business on track. IBM, let's create.
1-point game here at the Bojangles Coliseum, and we remind you to experience the power and excitement of live sports with Ticket Smarter. You can find seats to more than 125,000 live events, including sports, concerts, and theater shows on Ticketsmarter.com. That includes Big South games, so think smarter, think Ticket Smarter. Mike Morrell's Bulldogs, winners of 16 of 17. 16-2 in the Big South regular season. And yet they're just 1 loss away from devastation. And that's the thing about this time of year. Katarina Biancardi was in the huddle. What you got, Kat?
Inside coach Mike Morrell's huddle, he said, guys, we got to do a better job of finishing plays. We can't stop because USC Upstate is a team that's not afraid to get on the floor and really fight for the ball. So we have to do a better job of just making sure that we're completing our plays on both ends of the floor.
Mike Morrell was exceptionally frustrated about something there. Almost like he was gesticulating toward the Asheville band for playing when they were coming up the court, but I'm not sure if that's what he was angry about.
I'm pretty sure that's not what it is. It had to be something regarding on the floor activity.
Something he just talked about. Maybe they didn't oblige. Beautiful pass. McMullen detonates at the rim.
McMullen exploding for a big-time finish that the Asheville Bulldogs definitely needed to get themselves on some type of momentum, some type of run.
McMullen had 6 yesterday. He's got 8 today. On the drive, just like that, Nick Alves puts Upstate back in front.
Yeah, Nick Alves, great job of Euroing by Drew Pember, finishing with the inside hand.
Nice move for a guy who hadn't scored yet in the game. First 2 for Alves. Goodlow trying to defend Pember. Langley doubles, out to Jones. Rebound McMullen. Caldwell takes it. 2 dodge bullets there. And here comes Upstate, led by Goodlow.
2 high percentage shots for UNC Asheville from 2 of their better shooters on this team.
Into the 4th quarter of this semifinal, and Upstate gets 2 more from Alves.
Alves just picking up and taking what's given to him. He's been given the wide open shot. He's had to take it.
Pember missed the potential equalizer, but another offensive rebound for Nick McMullen.
McMullen's really fighting hard on those boards.
Carry violation called on Caldwell. That's 2 possessions where Asheville had multiple chances and could not cash in after McMullen offensive boards.
And Kat talked about that, like seeing the play through and finishing those plays. Those are winning plays that the Bulldogs have to make.
Wonder if Mike Morrell's having any similar thoughts to what Griff Aldrich was experiencing over on that bench yesterday.
No, you're not seeing as much of a breakdown from personnel as you saw with Longwood, where you could definitely see the stress and desperation early.
You're right, just a 3-point game. Although Alves finally missed one. Pember 1 rebound shy of a double-double now. He's got 25 and 9. Burgess to the corner for Abey. Another miss, another offensive board. Can Asheville finally cash in a second chance bucket? Reaching foul going on Langley. That's the 2nd on Amir Langley. The 6th team foul on Upstate. Burgess trying to play through it. Langley's out. Smith's back in. 6'8" Smith will try to chase around the 6'11" Pember. Burgess. Wide open. Abey. Jones, another offensive rebound, and finally the Bulldogs put it in.
And Asheville, even though the shot has not gone in to their liking from the perimeter, they're keeping the ball alive and getting more possessions so that they can get themselves into some type of offensive rhythm.
Back to a 1-point game. McMullen meeting Alves, and he fouled him. 3rd foul on McMullen.
Alves did a good job recognizing Pember beat him to the spot, used the spin move, and then tried to ward off McMullen's verticality.
So just the 5th and 6th free throw attempts for Alves and Upstate here. First trip to the line for Nick. As a team this year, Upstate was not one of the better free throw shooting squads in the league. 65.6% for the season. In the Big South semis for the second year in a row. They're trying to get to the Big South final for the first time. They haven't played in a conference championship game but one time. 2015 ASUN final. Lost a close game against the Osprey of North Florida. But they have a Big South championship game within reach. Up 3. 8:10 to go. Pember dishes. McMullen fouled. Gainey got him on the head. Number 2 on Jordan Gainey.
Those situations, I think that's a smart foul from Jordan Gainey. And making sure that McMullen didn't make the layup. Now, if you're McMullen, you got to make that layup.
John, how surprised are you by the fact that Jordan Gainey has 5 points, 2 of 9, and his team's still ahead with 8:07 to go?
Well, I called the game when Asheville and Upstate played at UNC Asheville, and he had a very similar game where all he needed was about 2 minutes, and he erupted for like 10 straight points.
Yeah.
And so you can never close the door on Jordan Gainey. When I was watching the game against Gardner-Webb, you couldn't close the door on Jordan Gainey, even when you thought the game was done. And so he's the type of guy that if you let or fall asleep on him, he will get going quick and in a hurry.
Broadnax has been the top scorer for the Spartans. 16 points and 7 of 11 shooting. Gainey with 9. Mano-a-mano with Burgess. Rebound tipped and controlled by Jones out on the perimeter. Tajon Jones going to work. Tajon Jones puts it in.
Tajon Jones using that hesitation because of how deadly he is from the three-pointer. Was able to get downhill and finish. He's got 9 points now.
He's 49 points away from 2,000 in his incredible career. His 147th game today as a Bulldog. Broadnax missed it. Battle the rebound. Bulldogs can take the lead. Burgess for Jones. And a good defensive rebound and a foul called as Gainey went up high and McMullen bumped him. And that's the 4th personal on Nick McMullen. The plot thickens here in Charlotte.
You see Tajon Jones with a nice crossover. Hesitation. Finishing at the basket. Nobody home.
Down here is where hard work matters, where height is measured by heart and hustle, and where excellence is earned every day. Because down here, we play for each other. We play for family. We play for our communities. And we play to be the very best. This is the Big South. This is where winners are made.
Upstate. It's where global commerce and nations live in harmony. It's where the next generation of leaders is rising. It's $500 million to our economy each and every year. Perhaps most important, it's where lifelong bonds are forged. It's our time. It's our place. It's our pride. It's our university.
We dare to connect curiosity and critical thinking, opportunity and responsibility, imagination and impact. We expand horizons and have room for every voice. Our education is affordable, adaptive, and endlessly relevant because your future is a frontier, vast, bright, and close enough to touch. We are the only public liberal arts and sciences university in North Carolina, a campus of true originals. Come join us.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
52 all, 6:54 to play. Good time to check out our game summary brought to you by Hercules Tires. We expected Pember to be good. He's been great. We expected the Upstate bench to make an impact. It has. 11 lead changes, 5 ties. Each team has 3 timeouts left. And a spot in tomorrow's championship game is up for grabs here at the Bowplex.
Yeah, you can definitely see the energy in both of these teams and how much they want this game, how much they want to win it. Everybody's on the floor. Everybody's fighting for second chances. They're trying to execute their stuff and trusting in the system.
I mean, it is not overly exaggerating to say winning this game could redefine your legacy as a player.
Absolutely.
These next 6 minutes and 40 seconds could completely change how you're regarded for the rest of your career. Kadarius Smith.
Kadarius Smith has been quiet today, but he is very efficient when he can get to finishing over his right shoulder for that hook shot.
Over the top, Pember, the catch, the double, the foul. And Drew Pember is going to go back to the line here. He has already set the record for most free throws made in the history of a single Big South tournament. Made 22 yesterday. He's got 6 so far today. Gardner-Webb's Jerome Hill, who was a load playing for Tim Graff last decade. A great, great player for the Running Bulldogs, alongside Tyrell Nelson. And those are fun Gardner-Webb teams, but Drew Pember making a name for himself in this conference. 2 for 2 for Drew. 27 for the game. A lot of time still to play, tied at 54.
He's also 1 rebound away from a double-double.
It'll be his 15th of the year when he gets it. Broadnax can't finish. Rebounded by Battle. Bulldogs trying to push with numbers. And the trailing defender, Broadnax, nearly snuck in and stole that pass.
He's wily.
Pember shoots it over Broadnax and scores.
You've got to get a hand up or something. But at this point, because of Pember's ability to put so much pressure on the paint, Broadnax did not want him to drive on him.
30 points for Pember. Timeout, Upstate.
Drew Pember doing Drew Pember things, taking over the game when the Bulldogs need it.
Geico has been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around. Lips are burning.
Geico, over 85 years of savings and service.
Everyone gets a BK stacker.
Tiny dancers.
2 linebackers.
To each their own. Burger, swagger, satisfaction, buffet.
At BK, have it your way.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get 0% APR financing plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
I like to move it. You like to move it.
We're reinventing our network.
Move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it.
Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
5:31 to go. Asheville leads 57-54. Drew Pember has been responsible for more than 50% of Asheville's offense. His 4th 3 of the game to break the tie moments ago.
Yeah, Drew Pember has definitely come alive. I mean, he's not like he was asleep in the first half either, but in the second half, based on the situation in the moment, where his team is needed to find some type of circulation offensively, it's been him as the go-to.
He had 29 yesterday. He's got 30 and counting today. Shot clock winding down for Dave Dickerson's Spartans. Broadnecks. Rebounded by Jones. Ahead to Pember. Going baseline. Pretty good job by Goodlow standing up, and an incredible catch by Abel to maintain possession. Battle and one.
Doc Battle being a man down there. Getting to his spot, using the pump fakes, waiting for the defender to get up in the air. Going into their chest and finishing strong. You see Fletcher Abee with the acrobatic ball to keep it alive, and right there, Doc Battle going right into Kadarius Smith's chest.
In Ultimate Frisbee, we call that a greatest, what Abee just did, kind of jumping out of bounds to save possession, throwing it back into a teammate, and then Battle, as you said, showing the strength.
Coach Mike Morrell loves Fletcher Abee for that very reason. He makes winning plays to keep the ball alive during pivotal moments. That was needed and necessary for the Bulldogs. That is Fletcher Abee in a nutshell.
This matches the largest lead of the game for either team. It's been a two-possession game from tip-off to the present.
I think both of these teams knew that it was going to be a dogfight no matter what.
Goodlow comes up short. Burgess clears it away. Asheville has a +6 advantage on the boards in the second half.
Caleb Burgess has 6 rebounds there. Definitely being one of those guards that can also clean up the boards.
And they got Goodlow for the bump on Jones, who will shoot 2 with 4:17 to play.
You see here, look at all that attention on Drew Pember. Everybody's worried about him, watching and forgetting about Tajon Jones on the slip. He gets to the line.
Jones into double figures. At the start of today in college basketball, John, there were 24 players, active players, with at least 2,000 career points. Tajon Jones is now 48 points away from joining that company. If he can get there between today, tomorrow, and what's beyond.
Yeah, it's all about advancing for him to reach another individual accolade, but in order for that to happen, UNC Asheville is going to have to collectively come out of here with a win.
4 minutes to go. Back door. LeBlanc. And shoot 2 after we get a timeout. That's the second on Pember. 3:58 to play. Asheville has stretched the lead to 7.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
If you're an undercover agent, you need to be undercover.
In position.
And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
In pursuit.
At Buffalo Wild Wings, the deals don't stop. Buy one, get one half off Wing Tuesdays. Buy one, get one free boneless Thursdays. And wing bundles from $9.99. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I move at the speed of culture. My superpower is understanding what's happening next in the world and building brands to connect with people. To me, you need to put your point of view on the line and not be afraid of where it takes you. To be trusted to lead when there is no blueprint. I'm Sinai Asfiha, VP of Brand Marketing at Gymshark. I help brands shape the future. And my path started at the Wisconsin School of Business at UW-Madison.
I like to move it. You like to move it.
We're reinventing our network.
Move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it. I like to move it.
reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
For more than half a century, Seiko has been supporting athletes in their efforts to be the best. Now, we want to bring this reliable technology to anyone striving for a goal. Because we understand, a split second can change everything. Keep going forward. Prospex.
It's time to name our Hercules Tire strong move of the game. Abel keeps it alive and Battle does the rest.
Doc Battle right through that defender's chest, but he doesn't get there if it isn't for Fletcher Abey sacrificing his body, diving into the UNC Asheville bench and keeping that ball alive.
Doc Battle playing his 101st consecutive game as a Bulldog with a strong move of the game brought to you by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. All right. 2 free throws here for Mista Goodlow, the senior out of R.J. Reynolds High School in Winston-Salem.
It's a good school. Had some real good players out of there. One comes to mind, I think, Rashawn Terry. Yeah.
Right around the corner from the Lepler residence, if you're wondering.
Yeah.
Pember has the double-double. 30 and 10, his 15th dub of the year, and a couple costly missed free throws from Mista.
And we marquee, you know, this second half with Pember and Broadnatz going at it a little bit. And Broadnatz has really fallen off a little bit in this second half, only scoring 2 points in the second half.
Shot clock winding down from 38 feet. Would have been good from 34.
Yeah, 34 online.
Double comes on Langley again. To Broadnatz. Asheville doing a nice job defensively, although Bailey's open, and that's a huge bucket. Justin Bailey when the Spartans needed him.
Yeah, running off of a set of staggers, just making sure that he was available. Abey tried his best, scrambled with like his life depended on it, but Bailey was just way too open.
Interesting matchup here in the mismatch. Burgess with the speed on Langley. Pass deflected though, and Langley wins the battle.
Key possession here for Upstate. Keep themselves into this thing.
Oh, what a find. Langley the finish. Dish from Goodlow, and it's back to a 2-point game.
Yeah, and you knew that Upstate was going to come out with a big push after the media to try to get themselves back in this game, and they have done that by playing sound defense, stepping up the physicality on both ends of the floor.
Pember explodes to the rim, can't finish, too strong. Goodlow makes a move on Abey. Rebounded by by Battle.
That's as good of a situation if you can get if you're USC Upstate.
Yes, indeed. Timeout, Mike Morrell. $1:55 to go. After this timeout, each team will have 2 timeouts left.
See Mista Goodlow with the pretty pass here.
His mixtape.
I felt like he did a little Magic Johnson. You know when he makes that noise, right?
What a game this has been here at the Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte. As we welcome you back courtside, Evan Lepler, Big South champ John Williams. You've been in these moments, you've been in these huddles. What's the key to maintaining your composure when the season's at stake?
Well, that is the key. The composure, making sure that you're not rattled by the situation and circumstance. It can be heavy at times, and so the team that executes and plays with discipline is going to come out here with a win.
Yeah, but how do you do that as a player, individually? Is it breathing? Is it the repetition and thinking about practice? Is it blank in your mind? How do you do it?
Yeah, everybody has their own process, their procedure. Me, it was getting back to my calm, my peace, and trying to find ways to get through those high-pressure situations by trusting the process that the coaches put upon you. But everybody's different. Everybody has a different system. Everybody has a different mindset. But whatever it is, you have to get there and execute.
This should be an incredible win for Dave Dickerson. Coach Morrell and the Asheville Dogs are expected to win this game. But that doesn't mean it's easy.
It doesn't. There's so much parity in this league. And teams are constructed to be able to beat each other. And so right now, UNC Asheville, Upstate, two teams that are very similar and are definitely putting their gifts on display.
Pember with 10 to shoot, kicks it for Burgess for 3. Yes!
We talked about Caleb Burgess having to show his ability to spread the floor in order to keep Upstate's defense honest.
Just his 6th 3 all season. Broadnax lost the ball, Jones has it.
And Burgess is a stat stuffer, doing a bit of everything. He's got 6 rebounds, he's got 4 assists, and now he's got 5 points.
Big, big bucket. And now Asheville can take us under a minute. And Langley fouls Pember. I think they got Amir. Yes, indeed. This will be 2 shots for Pember.
And here you see Pember drawing 2, as he normally does, and Burgess making Upstate pay. Look at that Asheville bench launching the arrows. And I think the excitement is also because Burgess does not try to take a lot of threes for the Bulldogs. But there, you saw he knew that his team needed him to be able to do that to create offensive balance.
The senior out of Moravian Prep, transfer from Hofstra, 110 games, that's his 30th 3. That doesn't happen all that often. Now look, Upstate was down 5 with 10 seconds to go and found a way to win. So they got tons of time.
They do not mind this situation. One thing is, you can't let that man get free.
You know who? Jordan Gainey.
It's like he was thinking, saying what I was thinking here. It's wild, like this guy really can score high pressure shots.
The man of the month, Jordan Gainey, in rhythm, smooth.
You can't give him that kind of daylight where he has the ability to set his feet and get a clear look at the basket.
Tough shooting night for Jordan Gainey, but still coming up clutch. And it's a 3-point game. This was yesterday. Gardner-Webb up 2. They had the ball until they didn't. And Gainey saw the space in the corner. He said he didn't call bank, but he said it felt good when it left his hands.
That should be looming in UNC Asheville's mind at all times, and understanding it's too quiet here. You know, when your kids are quiet in the back room and you're over there watching them and you don't hear anything, it's like, oh, it's too quiet. There's trouble going
There's a problem.
There's problem afoot, and that's what happened. It was too quiet. Jordan Gainey got free, knocks down the 3.
Well characterized, my friend. 55.1 to go. If you're Upstate here, obviously you don't need a foul. You need a stop. And if you get a stop, you don't need to go for 3.
No, you got enough time to really maneuver and make some things happen. Just play sound defense here. Get a stop.
Now, you've been a player in games like this. You've also been a coach. What's it like as a coach, giving the instructions, but then having to just sit back and watch and hope?
It's way more nerve-wracking as a coach, I think, because you are in charge of making sure that you can relay the information needed in order to win and making sure that they execute it. And then, are you giving the right information? If you give the wrong thing, it can be detrimental for the team. As a player, you're just listening, and then you got to go out there and just do.
One thing about Upstate, they've been good in close games all year long. They're 9-3 in games decided by 6 or less for the season.
You can definitely tell they practice situational circumstances in practice all the time to make sure that they're ready for moments like these.
Caleb Burgess yo-yos the dribble. Makes a move all the way. Burgess missed it, and Jones goes over the back and fouls Mr. Goodlow. Now Asheville had a foul to give. That's the 6th team foul. It's the 3rd on Jones, and Upstate will have the basketball. And a chance to tie the game with 28.5 seconds left.
Like I said, too much time, man. A lot of time right now for USC Upstate to get dangerous. And everybody knows that they are capable of being dangerous out there.
Here comes Trey Broadnax. And Dave Dickerson's going to take his final timeout with 20.5 remaining.
And at this point, you want to make sure you draw something up of merit for Upstate to get themselves a high percentage shot. You're seeing Asheville just trying to make sure that they contain, understanding that time and score is big, especially after you get the ball. Both of these teams have to execute what they're doing.
There's a lot of time left.
Yeah.
If there were 7 seconds left, I think Asheville would be more inclined to foul and send the Spartans to shoot 1-and-1. But with 20.5 to go, I'm not sure you foul with this much time left, especially after what we saw Upstate do yesterday.
Absolutely. It's a lot of game being played here. You don't want to give them easy points on the board. Just play solid defense.
All righty. Broadnax will inbound. Gainey, Langley, Bailey, and Goodlow. Up top, Mr. Goodlow. Back to Trey Broadnax. Into the hands of Jordan Gainey. Abey with a hand up. Gainey, tough shot, no good. Kick back out, but Abey the steal. 7 seconds to go, and Upstate fouls. Free throws for Asheville coming up.
You can tell Jordan Gainey was really upset there. Wanted some contact. Dave Dickerson's upset as well, saying that, hey, there's something. That's got to be something. And so, yeah, there's elbow contact and everything. You see Dave Dickerson letting the refs know, like, hey.
Abey at the line, no good. Upstate's out of timeouts. Even on a make here, there's time if they can get a bucket in the next 3-4 seconds. Frankly, if they make it, then you can advance the ball further on a pass and take less time off the clock, and Asheville takes a timeout. Presumably they'll talk about that.
Yeah, great strategy there, but you also are seeing right now how heated Upstate fans as well as Jordan Gainey is after this play. And this is the thing, too, that you got to think about. Jordan Gainey's angry. At that point, you will not like him when he is angry. I've seen him in those situations where he feels like he's being slighted. He has the capability of taking over.
7.1. Abey's got one more free throw attempt. He's an excellent. To make it a 2-possession game, the junior from Morganton, North Carolina, got it. McMullen back in for battle. Now, if you're Upstate, if you want to have a chance, you got to score in the next 3, 4, 5 seconds.
Yeah, you got to make something happen.
Broadnax for 3, no. Rebound tipped, and that will do it. Asheville survives and advances to the Big South title game. 66-62.